Okay, so we're on the second edition of Slope in Lie Saturday, and today we're looking at one that really causes you the heebie-jeebies. This is the downhill lie, and this can be a bit of a smelly one, this one. So I think the key here is to understand, first of all, the ball's going to go lower than it normally goes. Just accept that. So you're going to need to go with the shot with a bit more loft in your hand than you would do obviously ordinarily. But I think key is getting the setup correct and just understanding actually how the slope can help you. And the one thing I want you to remember is when you're playing off this downhill lie is get yourself tilted essentially parallel to the slope with your shoulders and your hips. That's really important. I see lots of players sort of go this way at it, big problem. So we're going to take the hips and the shoulders, tilt them both parallel with the slope. Then position the ball a little further back in your stance. I know that sounds a bit scary on a lie like this, but just play the ball a little further back. The reason being, off the downhill lie, the club's likely to come into contact with the ground earlier. So if we play the ball just literally an inch further back than it would ordinarily be, you're not going to get the fear of the club bottoming out first. And I would also suggest just opening the club face up just a hair in your setup. Okay, so open up the face, play the ball back a bit, get the shoulders and the hips lined up with the slope. Now, before you play the shot, and we'd have two practice swings, and just concentrate on your practice swing in your club bottoming out in the correct point. The big thing with this shot is because you're fearful of hitting it too low, we'll see players really hang back, and of course now the club's going to bottom out into the ground even earlier. So have a few practice swings and have that feel of where the club's bottoming out, and I also have the sensation that the club's swinging with the slope even after impact. So once you've made contact with the ball, keep the feeling of the club. I call it chasing down the hill. The follow through will be somewhat abbreviated. Don't worry if you feel like the swing's more a 3/4 motion, that won't do you any harm. And don't try anything above your pay grade at this point. If you need to just hit 9-iron, get the ball in play, go ahead and do it. Give that a try next time you're on one of these downhill slopes. It's going to help you a ton.